We've talked about spring cleaning your home, even spring cleaning your mind, but it's time to clean up and clear out your debt. We have invited debt settlement attorney Daniel Gamez in this morning with what you need to do to avoid a meeting with him. Because that's kind of the point here. People don't want to get to the point of having to settle debt or even claim bankruptcy. It's time to get things in line now, right?
That's right. You know, people sometimes need an excuse to get things in order. If you didn't do things over the, at the beginning of the year, to start cleaning things up, now's a good time. It's spring. So why not start now?
Start now. Okay, so something that, in fact, the first bullet point we have here sounds very simple, but I feel like very few people, including myself, are very good at this, creating a family budget.
That's right. And, and I feel sometimes like I'm a broken record up here to tell people have a plan. Have a plan and stick to it. You have to know how much money you owe, who you owe the money to, where your money's going. Is it going to coffee? Is it going to, spending things? Is it going to savings? So you really need to create a budget so that you can figure out where your money is going.
Yeah, take the time. It's going to maybe take a couple of hours to sit down with a pen and paper or a spreadsheet or whatever works for you, but it's a really good idea to start with a budget. All right, clean up accounts. What do you mean by this?
Sure. Well, what you want to do is, it's a good idea to check your credit report every year. And if you're looking to clean out accounts, look at your credit cards and how many you're carrying. A lot of people are concerned with their FICO scores, and a good tip is that you should have 3 revolving accounts. So if you have a bunch of accounts you're not using, it may be a good idea to close out some of those. You don't want to close out cards that you've had for an extended amount of time, because those cards actually help your score. The longevity of your history with that card will actually help your score go up.
Okay, so if you've had a credit card for, let's say, 5 years, and you've been really good about making the payments on that card, that's actually boosting your score. Now, that card could have a really high interest rate on it. Could you open a second card with lower interest on it, start spending on that, but just don't close the first account?
Yes, you could do that. The idea is to just keep those cards as long as you can, so you have that longevity that helps your score go up.
Okay, good to know. All right, you did just mention checking your credit, and that's important in more than one way, right?
That's right. Most people don't even bother to check their credit. I think it's a mistake. You're entitled to get a free report once a year from each of the 3 bureaus, and it's a good idea to go to places like annualcreditreport.com, which is the one I use, and stagger out your requests. So what you want to do is every 3 months or every 4 months, go to one of the credit bureaus and check your credit report for that one. And then 4 months later, check with the next bureau. That gives you more of an opportunity to catch any kind of identity theft that may be going on in your life, or also any erroneous reporting, so that you can get that taken care of.
Okay, really important to do that, especially with the increase in identity theft. You need to know who has access to your accounts. Okay, evaluate your debt load.
Look at how much you owe. Another part of your FICO score is the amount of credit you're utilizing. So if you're carrying over 30% of your credit limit every month to month, then your FICO score is going to go down. So you want to look and see how much you're actually carrying on a monthly basis, and try to find out a way that you can bring that level down. The best thing would be to be carrying a 0 balance, but I know that's not possible for everybody. But it's a good idea to at least look at what you have, and if you're getting to a situation where it's getting out of control, take some kind of action to help you with the debt.
Okay, good to know. Also, tally up your credit card rewards. I didn't realize that when my credit card company transferred me over to another credit card without me really saying okay to this, they do that from time to time, I lost all those rewards that I had with that first credit card. You really want to pay attention to what those rewards are and start maybe tapping into those a little bit.
Sure, you want to use them, because if you're not using them, then you're using your credit card for nothing, and it's not worth it. So you want to see what the rewards are. If you find that you're not using it, or if you're just with one airline and maybe you want to start traveling with different airlines, you might want to find a card where you can use the rewards over many things. And if you're not flying, then maybe look at a card that will give you rewards that you can use to get items.
Okay. By the way, I was talking to Daniel during the commercial break, and he said Mint.com was one of the good websites and good apps as far as helping you create a family budget. So I wanted to pass that along to our viewers as well. We're flat out of time, but thank you so much for coming in. We do appreciate it.
All right. Thank you.
All right.